everybody, welcome back to another match preview. It's Norwich versus Wolves, and it is Wolves' final game before Christmas of 2019. Hopefully you guys are doing very well. A big thanks for all the support this year so far. I'm sure I'm going to be saying that on the next few videos as well, but it really does mean a lot and really do appreciate it. Before we kick off though, be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new as well, and go check out our channel partners over at OneFootball. Fantastic help to this channel. You can go check their app out. It's free to download on Android and iOS. A link to it is in the top of the description down below. You can check out all the team news, the match facts, the player profiles, everything before the game. As I say, a link to that in the top of the description down below. But as I say, last game now before Christmas. It has been a crazy season, crazy year for Wolves. We've had games and results that probably we didn't expect to. We've had loads of highs, a couple of lows as well, but I'm hoping for more of the same in 2020 as well. But this game against Norwich for me is a almost a must-win, to be honest, because not a must-win, but it's for me, it's vital, in my opinion, vital that we get 3 points from this game, and I'm going to be obviously explaining why. But before we kick off, obviously we tend to talk about the previous league fixture, and in our case, it was that frustrating game against Tottenham Hotspur, and I still get frustrated talking about it now. I have people at work, people tweeting me about the game, people when I'm coaching asking, and it's just something, I don't know what it is, it just angers me because I know that game we should have got something out of. Not necessarily we should have won the game, but we definitely should have got something out of the game. And I think all Wolves fans know how frustrating it is to come out of that game with 0 points. We could have, if we won, closed the gap between us and 4th. Instead, now we've slid down to 8th. We're still in a great position in the league though, obviously, but yeah, it's just one of those games, really frustrating. But I think with the mentality of this Wolves team, I'm hoping that we can take the positives out of the game rather than morale dropping and taking the negatives that we've, conceded a late goal. I think with our mental strength, we wouldn't have got this far, would we, without that? So I think hopefully Nuno and the squad will take the positives out of the performance and can take that into the game against Norwich, who I'm hoping that we could get 3 points from. So final away game before the new year. And the reason why I think this is an important game was because obviously we've got Norwich, and then before the new year we play Manchester City and Liverpool. On paper, you'd probably say we're not going to get anything out of those games. I know this is Wolves. We could go and win both of those games. But on paper, those two are really tough games, and two teams that are on real strong form at the moment. So I think if we can get 3 points against Norwich, it will take a little bit of pressure from those two games. I'd hate to go into the new year with 0 points from the next 3 games, especially as we've been on such a strong unbeaten run up until the Spurs game. Liverpool and City, obviously quickly looking at those games, literally no time to breathe in between those games. You've got City, 1 day break, and then go straight into the Liverpool game. Obviously, Liverpool have got their own sort of dilemmas at the moment. They're in the Club World Championship. What's their fatigue going to be like, and so on, and Man City as well. So it'll be interesting to see how Wolves line up for those games and how we approach those games as well. But that's why I think it is really vital. We've still got quite a big rest between the Norwich game and the City game, so I'm expecting us to go full strength, but we'll talk about the team a little bit more. But Norwich, it's been a strange old season for them. Currently sat 1 from bottom, 19th in the Premier League, despite quite high and strong plaudits towards the start of the season. They've got some great wins. They beat Manchester City. They were hailed for their brand of football, and to be fair to them, they do play some great stuff. And I think the boss has got them playing some brilliant football, and it's just not quite clicking for them. They're not quite getting that look you need and that spark you need sometimes in the Premier League. They've got some great players, but haven't quite got the experience in the league. But for sure, if they don't stay up this year, you hear it a lot, but I think they've definitely got the quality to jump straight back into the Premier League next year. I think they have got enough to stay up, but at the moment, 3 points adrift from Aston Villa outside the relegation zone. They really do need to start picking up some points. But it's only 1 win in their last 6, I believe, beating Everton. But they've got some decent results along the way, drawing against Arsenal, drawing against Leicester at home. Of course, Leicester in form at the moment, but then getting defeats against the likes of Southampton and Sheffield United. I don't tend to watch a huge amount of Premier League highlights just due to time really, but I did watch Match of the Day and watch the Leicester-Norwich game and actually caught quite a lot of the sort of punditry on it and so on as well. And obviously I know Norwich played pretty well in that game. It's an away performance as well. Leicester at home with their current form, you'd expect them to probably beat Norwich, but Norwich made it so difficult for Brendan Rodgers' Leicester side. And Teemu Pukki, arguably Norwich's key man, another player that I thought would come to England and really struggle. He did very well in the Championship last season, and he came to the Premier League and started off so well. Really took that momentum, didn't he, into the second tier, into the top tier. Quieting down a little bit for the last couple of months, but he's starting to find his form again. I really loved his finish against Leicester. So for arguably, he is their key man. He's the one that Wolves really do need to look out for. Unfortunately, obviously, Tim Krul scored an own goal in that game in the end. But looking at Norwich, Todd Cantwell, Teemu Pukki, I've mentioned, Buendia, they've got some great players in there. But they just need, maybe they've got some great young players. Maybe in January they'll add a little bit more quality. But on paper, Wolves probably should be looking to beat Norwich. But I'm not ruling it out. They've got some great players. And they just need to start possibly scoring a few more goals. And to be honest, it's their defensive record, the second worst defensive record in the Premier League at the moment. Even behind Southampton, who lost, 9-0 earlier in the season as well. So Wolves... In terms of Wolves, it looks like he's a fresh bill of health. Adama Traore had that little scare with his shoulder. It looks like he's fit to play. So I'd go unchanged again. Patricio, who's been fantastic for me this season. Cody, Dendonka and Sace across the back. I think there are two wing-backs of Johnny and Doherty again. Your midfield two, Neves and Matinho. And your strike force of Jota, Jimenez and Adama. In terms of score predictions... I always go for it. 2-1 Wolves. I'm really backing us to get 3 points. It's been a really positive year, really positive season so far. And hopefully we can jump straight back into the wins, really, after a disappointing result on Sunday. Hoping that we can get a win ahead of a couple of tough games in the shape of City and Liverpool. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Never going to be an easy game. Norwich, on their day, are a good side, but so are Wolves. Wolves can beat anyone in the league on their day. It's an away performance. We need a top performance to give us a huge Christmas present. But as I say, guys, big thanks for the support this year. I'm sure I'll be saying it again in the next few videos, but really appreciate your support. If you don't get a chance to watch another video before the new year, well, be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below ahead of this game. And until next time, guys, if you don't watch another video, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you all very soon.